Bonjour, new moons. I am Josie, the Mustang, the afro-latina, Regina George of Witches, and you're aligned with the frequency of the Lua Nova podcast. And this is the last episode of Season 3. Season 4 of Lua Nova will start on January the 5th, 2026. So I will talk to you then. But please keep in mind that all episodes in December are pre-recorded. Patreon members, there will be new episodes for you as well in December. As you know, Patreon members, I have started a new series for you, for those of you that are under the Crescent Circle tier. That's the $7 tier. There's a very special, I don't really know how to word it, special group of people that are on Patreon, and we discuss things that are a little bit more on the shadow work side of Lua Nova. And that is what the Crescent Circle is all about, is that we are healing, we are facing traumas, etc. And so if you want to join the Patreon, that information's in the show notes. And at the very end of every episode now, you will hear me go over how to find the Lua Nova website, how to find the Court of the New Moon website, the Venmo, the Cash App, all of that information. But in today's episode, we're going to be celebrating you. A lot of you have accomplished a ton of amazing things this year, even if it was just you showing up for yourself. All of you deserve a hand clap. So I am near the microphone. I am clapping for you. I hope you can hear it. I did back up from the microphone though, because I want to apologize for how I sounded in the Moon Method Part 2 episode. I do have asthma and was too close to the microphone. Sometimes I take the time to adjust everything. Sometimes I just hit record. And that was one of those days that I just hit record. Wasn't a good idea. It sounded like I was wheezing, but because I kind of was. The air quality was terrible that day. But I'm fine today. And I want to celebrate some of you. Now, I did receive a ton of letters from a lot of you, so I'm not going to be able to get to everybody for the purposes of time, but please know that I did read every single email that was sent in. The team was instructed to not exclude anybody, so everybody's email where they wanted to celebrate something this year, I received all of them. Just know that, and I read them. And even if your email doesn't get read today, just know that I am extremely proud of you. And if I didn't choose you, it's not because you didn't do well. It might be because your email was too short. It may be because it was very lengthy, and I needed to make sure that everybody got a turn that had maybe a shorter email. So in no particular order, I will be picking at least, I'm going to try to shoot for about 7 emails, because I received closer to 27, something like that. It was actually more than that. And then some of them we were like, well, these aren't related to just celebrating something. These are also related to other areas of Lua Nova. So it went from maybe closer to 100 to 27 that were focused on just celebrating your wins for the year. Some of the people that I chose are also tarot clients. At least 2 or 3 of you are some of my tarot clients from this past year. I am extremely proud of every single listener, though. Anybody that continues to show up for me, continues to show up for themselves, I hope you know how much that means to me. That first you show up for you. Because I think that when it comes to manifestation, the average person doesn't want to learn anything. Let's be honest, if you try to talk to the average person about manifestation, bettering themselves, bettering their life, they have a very one-sided view of what that is. And when it comes to the spirituality of that, even more so, a very one-sided view. So I am proud of you for all of the work that you've done. And I say that every single season because I mean it. I also want to tell you that the collective reading is going to go a little bit differently today. You're going to be choosing between 3 categories: love, money, or spirituality. Okay? And I'm sorry, scratch that. Love, money, or your destiny. Those are your 3 options. Love, money, destiny. Now, the reason I said spirituality is because it kind of relates to the last option that I chose, but I was glancing down at my notes and I did originally put spirituality. So when we get to that section of the tarot reading, I do want you, if you need to, pause and really think about what you're needing to hear as a prediction for the year ahead. Then absolutely take a moment to pause the podcast, come back to it even if you need to, But that particular collective reading is going to be based on your year ahead. I wanted to combine that special 2026 reading with the episode where I'm going to be celebrating you. Another thing that I want you to do before we take a quick pause is that I want you to grab a drink. Now, it doesn't have to be alcoholic. It could be almond milk for all I care. It could be anything. But at the end of today's episode, we are going to be toasting to another season of Lua Nova. I think at this point, by the time this episode comes out, it will be over 180 published episodes. And I'm going to keep going. This is a lot of work for one person, and I enjoy every single moment of it. This started off with me being terrified to even get in front of the microphone and leaving corporate America at some point. And a lot has changed from being in the ER and not even really discussing it on the show. I think I did on a Patreon somewhere, to losing my furry best friend. We have been through a lot. Ever since around 2020, the beginning of 2020, it has been kind of a lot, but we're going to focus on celebrating. So just know that the very first episode of season 4 is going to be setting the tone for all of season 4, which is a celebration of what we have manifested and what we will be manifesting for many years to come. We are no longer sitting in sadness, grief, stagnant energy. We are no longer allowing people such as our family, coworkers, etc. to cross any kind of boundaries. Season 4 is a celebration. It is the luxury season. Okay. We are living a luxe life. Think of, if you've ever watched the show All's Fair, there's a scene and I'm not spoiling it, I'm just going to describe something to you. There's a scene in the most recent episode, and keep in mind all December episodes are pre-recorded. I watched this episode yesterday, December the 10th, and today is December the 11th. I cannot remember the name of the episode, but it is the show, if you're not familiar, where Kim Kardashian plays an attorney. A lot of people have had a lot of negative things to say. I am not a fan of the Kardashians, but I do enjoy this show very much so. And there is a scene where the character that Kim Kardashian plays, is it Alora? I think that's her character's name, walks in to the scene, and she is wearing kind of a throwback to the Juicy Couture sweatsuits and a beautiful fur coat. Her makeup is glam, but not overly glam. She has on a diamond necklace, and that is, and I believe she had a Birkin bag. That's the energy that we are going in to season 4 with. As somebody who is a master manifester, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about what I have manifested over many years. I tend to not focus too much on that because most people who teach you about manifestation only focus on manifesting from ego, only want to show you their cars and houses, etc., that they have manifested. I very much so teach you, this is how I healed, this is how you can heal so that you actually enjoy that brand new Ferrari, etc. But now we're going to combine the two. That's what season 4 is all about. So let's take a quick moment. I'll be right back.
Lua Nova Codes of Manifestation. Códigos de Manifestação Lua Nova.
Code 590. Remember this for the year ahead. Anything that is meant for you will always find you. You gotta be kidding me. I read every last letter that was supposed to be in today's episode, and the recording got ruined. So I'm going to start over, and that's okay, because now I'll be able to keep up with where I was. I was losing count of the amount of people whose messages that I read. So we're going to starting over with Mimi, who is located in Oklahoma. She doesn't state where exactly, and that's fine. You don't have to give me your real names. You don't even have to give me real locations, whatever you want to tell me. And the subject line is, thank you for getting me through another year. Hi, Josie and the Lua Nova team. I have been listening since the beginning of Lua Nova, and I love to go back to my favorite episodes and listen over and over. Well, thank you. The algorithm appreciates that. I wanted to tell you that I finally left that dusty man and who I felt like I had been stuck with for years. Congratulations. And I'm no longer waiting for the commitment that I know that I deserve. I plan to book a tarot reading with you coming up this spring because I want to know what my year ahead will be like. I'm no longer allowing lies, and I'm no longer lying to myself. I recently moved into my own place and plan to do some more traveling. I'm so happy, and I haven't felt like this in a long time. I also want to take a second to say I am so sorry to hear about Hoshi. I know how deep that love goes because I lost my soul companion. Oh, she said, see below. It's a cat, sweet little cat. What's his name? You didn't put his name. And, he was with me for 10 years. I did just send you a little Merry Christmas gift via Cash App. I know you don't celebrate Christmas, but neither do I. I understand. Thank you. I just wanted to show you the support that you always show to everyone else. Thank you. Well, thank you, Mimi, and congratulations. We're going to be clapping for everybody. Let's give a hand clap. I sound like Drink Champs, but we're going to be giving, if you're not familiar, that's a podcast. We're going to be giving a hand clap to Mimi. Thank you again, Mimi, and congratulations for leaving that dusty man. If he doesn't want to commit, don't waste your time. Nobody gets to steal your beauty and your youth and your happiness. Absolutely not. I love that for you. And in the words of Shira, sprinkle, sprinkle. Good job. The next listener, hold on, let me highlight Mimi. That way I know not to go back to it because I already read it. The next listener is Devin, and Devin is writing to us from Dallas, Texas. It says, hey Josie, just a quick thank you. I'm actually a new listener and hope you actually received my email and it doesn't go to the junk folder. Well, nope, you made it onto the show. Years ago, I broke up with my ex and he recently tried to come back into my life. However, your episodes have made me feel strong and ready to tell him about himself. Oh. This year I also got promoted at work. So I'm going to be focusing on that. I've been working on this promotion for a long time and I didn't even think I would get it. But I listened to you. I have learned a lot about manifestation and the importance of healing. I am sending you and the Lua Nova team and every new moon so much love. Happy holidays. Well, Devin, that is amazing. Don't talk to that ex. Block that ex and keep moving. What do you need to talk about? What do you need to talk about? Do you share like a pet together or something? What do you need to talk about? You don't. You see these good things that are happening for you. Let's move forward, Devin. Let's move forward. Okay. And I am so happy for you. That is amazing. Thank you, Devin, for submitting a letter. I want to hear more about how that promotion goes for you. Mimi, I want to hear more from you as well. Tell me about your travels. Always follow up with me, guys. I like hearing the updates as well. And the next letter is coming from Lena, and she is located in North Carolina. And her email says, this year was a lot, ... I hope you know that your show helps so many people get through a lot of heavy stuff. Oh no. I wanted to have a kid, but have decided to walk away from my fiance because I don't think he's good for me. So this June, I am going to be going back to school and rebuilding my life. I'm no longer accepting less. I feel like I have made a huge step forward. You have. Congratulations. I'm sorry. I wanted to clap for you. And I just want to tell you that your grief about Hoshi has done a lot for me. I know that sounds weird, but it actually makes me feel like somebody out there cares, because listen to how much you cared about your dog. So imagine how you are with people. I am nicer to dogs. I'm kind, but I'm not nice. But I get what you're saying, and I'm just messing with you. Everything that you have shared with us has been real, relatable, and I am going to be a long-time listener. Well, thank you, Lena, and congratulations. I know that you said that you wanted to have a baby, but not with the man that you just left. So I hope that you that you give us an update on, how that goes. And if you decide to be a mom with somebody else, or you decide to do it on your own, all of it is up to you. So congratulations for you saying that you're going to go back to school. That is a big step forward. You're right. And the next listener, hold on, let me make sure I highlight your message here, Lena. The next listener is, where'd you go? Mike, and Mike is writing to us from Houston, Texas. It said, I have to share a big win with you. Hey, Josie and the Lua Nova team. I just left my corporate job and I have decided that I'm going to go into cosmetology. I always wanted to. I plan to open up my own shop, but in the meantime, I'm going to start off with a suite somewhere here in the area. When you do my tarot card reading in February, I just need to know if I'm making the right decisions. You are. And I still want you to know that I think a lot about the episodes that you put out, because I think that they're the type of episodes that you need to go back to and listen to again. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that, Mike. I also want to share another big win, is that I have now saved enough to not only finish getting my cosmetology license, but also to pay up for most of what I would need to get my suite. That is amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. I also want to send more love to the Lua Nova listeners. Just know that we all support each other over here. This is a podcast that is full of positivity and love and has taught us what being a witch actually means. Oh wow, I love that. Blessings to you, Josie and the Lua Nova listeners. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, Mike. Well, congratulations. Look at you, cosmetology. That's fire. I went to a cosmetology school myself, but I went for aesthetics, but I did not want to be an esthetician. I just was not given a choice. I had to go to school. So more on that another time, probably on the Patreon. I will tell you all about that one day. I know I've mentioned it briefly here. And hold on, let me go back and 1 second. I want to just make sure that I highlight that so that I can see where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The next listener is, where are you at? What? I'm sorry. I apologize for the dead air. I started reading. The next listener is from Naomi, who is located in Florida. And she says, I'm Latina. And I just want to tell you that I think of you as a friend that we talk to every single Monday. Your episodes have taught me about putting myself first, but not forgetting about the people that help me get where I'm at. With the energy of abundance always right here, right in my face, I have decided to put focus on starting my own business. I know that I'm going to end the year ahead by landing a contract, and so I'm speaking it into existence right now. Please help me to stay on track. And if you have any tips for goal setting, oh, look at that. By the way, she would have written this before the goal setting episodes came out. So there you go. I hope that you enjoyed that. And I know that all of us are going to accomplish so much this year. So I am excited to know what Lua Nova has in store for us for the year ahead. I'm sending you and the Lua Nova team all of my love and gratitude. I love that. And she put, I'm always ending with an attitude of gratitude. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to move forward. I'm not trying to just skip over. Her milestone was that she's planning to start her own business. So let's give her a hand clap for that. I love that. And she's got a plan. She's ready. So again, that was Naomi, and she is in Florida. So the next person, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just keeping it up so that I know how many of you to choose. Okay. The next person is Bex, and Bex writes us all of the time. Bex did not put what state she's from. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head. And Bex said, I have been here since the beginning. And I just want to say to you that, hold on. Oh my goodness. I just want to say to you that I just got engaged, and my fiance and I are planning to buy a house instead of having a big wedding. Well, congratulations, and congratulations on making intelligent financial decisions. Life feels so stable for once, and I just wanted to share this with you, and I'm sorry, to include you in the experience. Thanks again. Oh, I love that, Bex. That is good news. I love that. Show us the ring, girl. You didn't show me the ring. I'd love to see the ring. So definitely email me so I can see that ring. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to choose one more. Where are you at? I know that your name was Jordan, right? No, I'm sorry. No, I think I already did one from Jordan. My apologies. That's what it is. Is Jordan the one that I wrote back? Something like that. Because it was more related to booking a reading. All right. 1 second, New Moons. I'm trying to choose the last one. Okay. There we go. Okay. And the last listener is Lucy, and Lucy is located in Nevada. Lucy says, I'm choosing myself. Afro-Latina here. Oh, I love it when there's another Afro-Latina. I'm sorry. Where'd it go? Sorry, her email just disappeared on me. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, guys, I don't know where her email went. Hold on. There it is. Lucy says to us, Afro-Latina here. I am Puerto Rican. Rican! Anybody knows what that's from? If you do, we're friends. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's from T.S. Madison, but find the rest on your own. I just got accepted into a program that I've been wanting to learn more about. I'm going back to school. So I just want to tell you thank you, and also that your podcast is one of my favorites, but it's definitely my favorite when it comes to manifesting. Thank you again. Please keep posting. I will keep posting, and keep us updated on getting into this program that you wanted. Thank you for that, and congratulations on going back to school. That is a big deal. All right, New Moons, that is it. Again, I didn't get to everybody because I did want to still have time to get to the collective reading. I didn't want to have to shorten the reading or anything of that nature. So I am proud of all of you. Even if you don't think that because your message didn't get read here that it's not important, it is. And to keep sharing your wins with me. I love to know all about that. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say, because reading and actually trying to decide what I should say back, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place at the moment. But thank you for choosing yourself and for showing up for yourself, but also not shitting on the people that you love, because what I noticed here is a lot of you celebrating the people that are in your life as well. I went out of my way to choose the people that were making strides that I could tell they weren't making before. And I don't mean based on they started listening to me and they started making strides. I mean that they decided to start showing up for themselves because they weren't before. Okay, so again, thank you to all of the new moons. It doesn't matter if you think it's small. I want to hear all about it. So tell me what your wins were for this past year.
Lua Nova Collective Tarot Reading. By continuing to listen, you consent to having your cards read by Josie the Mustang. All collective readings are intended for a general audience and may or may not resonate with everyone. Visit luanovapodcast.net to book a personal tarot reading with Josie. Lua Nova Leitura Coletiva de Tarot. Ao continuar ouvindo, você consente que suas cartas sejam lidas por Josie the Mustang. Todas as leituras coletivas são destinadas a um público geral e podem ou não ressoar com todos. Visite luanovapodcast.net para agendar uma leitura de tarô pessoal com Josie.
Remember, new moons, you are choosing between love, money, or destiny. And yes, you can choose more than one category. You can say, you know what, I need to hear all three. I choose all three. But this will be your message for the year ahead. This is a timed message, so this is relating to 2026, okay? And I am choosing 2 cards for each category. I've not looked at anything yet, but because I wanted you to, if you can hear the cards being shuffled. Okay, so the card that just flew out of the deck will be for the people that chose love, and that first card is the 5 of Swords. Now, normally I would just wait to tell you what the cards are, but I'll go ahead and tell you that one since it flew out of the deck and it landed right side up. There we go. So I'm not going to tell you the next card for that category. I'm just going to put that to the side. For the money, let me choose 2. Let me see here. Try not to hit the cards on the table because you can hear that on the microphone. So, all right. And these are for the people that chose money. Give me one more card, Spirit, for the people who chose the category of money. Okay. Love that. And it's a good reading so far for everybody, by the way. I like it because I think that 2025 was an extremely difficult year for a lot of my listeners. So, and for myself as well. So, just like you, I'm hoping that 2026 is gonna let up a little bit. All right. Oh my God. Oh wow. I did not expect to see that card. So for the people that chose Destiny, the first card kind of blows my mind. Shouldn't, but it does. Okay. Ooh. What? Okay. What are the odds of this? Okay, let me put this down. I'm too excited. I'm all over the place. I'm too excited. Starting off with the people that chose love. Here's what I need you to do. For the listeners that chose love, do me a favor, take a deep breath in and relax your shoulders, exhale the nonsense, and really focus on what it is that I am about to tell you. Okay? Starting off with those of you who chose love. Those of you who chose love, 5 of Swords energy tells me that you have been through a lot. I am seeing some real raggedy, dusty, guys and girls that you have left in your past. And they're going to stay right where they are. Whenever you look at the 5 of Swords, the man in the front of this card he's the one that won. He looks back though. And here's what I need you to do. Turn around. What are you looking back for? We're not going that way. We're not turning around. Blinders on. Because when it comes to relationships, your healing has a lot to do with how your past relationships went. The ex that you had, that likely is why you chose this category and influenced a lot of your current relationships, I need you to leave them right where they are. No, I don't feel any kind of growth from them whatsoever. There's no growth there. They are just repeating the same nonsense, middle school levels of patterns and bullshit. And that is that's not your problem anymore. But why do you keep dragging it into your next relationship? It doesn't make any sense to me because the 5 of Swords tells me that you left that behind, but you keep looking back. What do you keep looking back for? It's blowing my mind. Okay? And so the strongest message that I have for you from Spirit, the love was always there. Okay? And so to end your reading, by no coincidence whatsoever, this is why I was so excited to get to these cards, is the 2 of Cups. Now what does the 2 of Cups represent? Those of you who understand tarot, what does this represent, guys? The 2 of Cups is exactly what you want to see in the ending of a reading. So 2 of Cups tells me that my new moons who have moved on and healed, and yes, you turned around to look at that ex one more time, turn back around because the person in front of you is the person you are meant to be with. Now, a lot of people don't believe in one soulmate. Personally, I don't believe that a soulmate is necessarily romantic. A soulmate can be somebody that was your mentor. A soulmate can be your boss that always looked out for you and you guys became best friends and you've been best friends for 30 years. You know what I mean? So a soulmate is not necessarily the person that you marry and spend the rest of your life with. But in this case, in the 2 of Cups sense, what I'm picking up on is that this is a relationship that is long term. This is a relationship that is meant to change you for the better and you for them as well. Okay? 2 of Cups oftentimes is about happy marriages. It is about a happy union. So I would not be surprised if, I don't know, let's say by March, I'm already starting to get emails to my team stating that you got engaged and you chose the love category back in December. I would not be surprised because I'm picking up on that energy it's loud. The energy is loud. It won't let up. It is pushing me to say, these are the people that are meant to be in a happy couple. So it's happening for you. If you are not familiar with the Two of Cups card, look at this card and study it, because in fact, carry this card around with you. If you have never owned a tarot deck, it is time that you do, because this card means something to you this year. It is by no coincidence that it came out in the order that it came out in. Leave that dusty X right where they are. They don't want to grow? Oh well. They'll have nothing to do with you. All right, new moons, that is for those of you who chose love. I'm going to put those two cards to the side. Moving on to those of you who chose money. Your message for 2026. And interesting enough, these cards moved. When I went to pick them up, their order moved. Anytime that happens, it's not by a coincidence. That tells me Spirit is saying, read this card first, not the other way around. And so starting off with the High Priestess. The High Priestess in tarot is essentially what I do for a living. It is the tarot readers. They're the witches. They're the people who have a strong spiritual sense. And so one thing I've noticed about my listeners and my tarot clients is that you have a strong level of intuition that you never tap into. It's okay to rely on somebody like myself to assist you, to tell you what we pick up on based on our own gifts. However, when I see that many of you also have a gift, I want you to tap into your own intuition. Your intuition told you to choose money for a reason. Intuitively, when it comes to you making financial decisions, you always know the right decision, but you don't always listen to your gut. And I need you to do that, especially based on the second card that's already here. The second card, remember, when I went to go pick these cards up and they immediately moved, that told me, oh, this card is supposed to go last. So this is actually the message here. First of all, the High Priestess, listen to your intuition. The High Priestess is about your intuition. Anytime that your gut is telling you, don't buy this, save for this, don't spend that, think about this purchase, think about the long term of what this would mean for me financially. Think about it before you swipe that card. Think about it before you sign that contract, okay? Do not sign anything financially right now. I want you to wait. I want you to think about your next financial decision and give yourself some time to really listen to your intuition. And the reason that I know that is based on the last card, the Hermit. Now, the Hermit in tarot is about kind of taking time for ourselves. It's a reflective card. We are the loners. Okay. The Hermit card, by the way, represents Virgo. And so as a Virgo sun, I am telling you from my own experience that anytime that I feel that I need to do some soul searching, it's not uncommon for me to keep seeing the Hermit card for myself. And so the Hermit card is asking you to look inward whenever it comes to making financial decisions. I keep seeing that some of you are going out, and of course right now, being when this is recorded, this would be before major holidays. And so I need you to have fun, of course, but not too much fun. Okay. Like, don't end up kind of squandering everything that you need based on right now. Now, typically when it comes to manifesting, I'm always going to tell you this. There's always more. There is no such thing as there's a certain limit when it comes to money. There is no limit because money is strictly energy. It's not that you haven't done the work to heal those money wounds. It's not that you're not great at saving. It's that intuitively you don't trust your financial decisions. If that means that you need to stay to yourself a little bit more, or that you need to stick to what your own intuition is saying and not what everybody else thinks is best for you, then that is what I would advise for you to do for the year ahead. Before you make any major financial decisions, think about them. Do not just start, like I said, don't start signing contracts or anything like that. Don't start consulting everybody but yourself. Hermit mode, okay? Hermit mode also tells us to stay focused. All right. And the last one is for those of you who chose destiny. Now, when it comes to destiny, I think that these are the most perfect set of cards ever. And I'm sorry, new moons. One moment. I feel my phone vibrating. One second. Sorry about that, new moons. The last category is for those of you that chose destiny. Your cards are the Temperance card and the Lovers card. So starting off with the Temperance card. The Temperance card is about a level of balance, but it's also about your own alchemy. Remember, you are the alchemist of your own life, meaning that you get to decide your own destiny. And that is exactly what you're actually going to put into action for 2026. Okay. You're not just going to sit back and wait. You're not going to say, well, the universe will provide. The universe will tell me what to do. The universe already did. So now you're saying, you know what? We're working together. The energy of the universe is within you. So you now understand that. You've done the blending of what it means to be aligned and healed. Now I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever this card comes out, what it tells me is that your 2026 is not starting off with New Year's fireworks, not in the spiritual sense. It's starting off quietly. You might even think, well, when's it about to happen? Is it going to? Yes, but not in the way that you expect. It's going to start out quietly. Think of, okay, those of you who have sports cars, you're going to get this reference. You know how some sports cars are really loud and then some are not, but they are just as capable? Think of it as like a sports car that's just not loud, but it is very capable. Okay. The loud ones, sure, those are great, but I prefer the quiet ones personally. And the reason why that works out for you is that it has taught you to be patient, or is going to teach you to be patient, because your destiny is something that you do figure out within this year. This isn't something that you're going to keep wondering in 2027 and 2028. It's going to hit you and you're going to come back to this reading and say, oh, I get it now. The Temperance card is an angel. And if you pay attention to the symbolism in this card, what does this angel represent to you? And I don't like to tell people my interpretation of it, because when it comes to tarot, there's a million interpretations. So I want you to say to yourself, after looking at this card, what is it that you're picking up on when it comes to this angel that you're seeing? Okay. It's not something that the Temperance card isn't about chasing. There's nothing that is going to be, oh, I have to hurry up and meet this goal and it needs to be done by this time. No, it's about recognizing what the goal is and allowing it to happen naturally, allowing it to just unfold. Because you've already become this version of yourself that is saying, you know what, I'm going to figure out my destiny. It's not, even if it's December of 2026, I'm going to figure it out, because intuitively I already knew what it was to begin with. The Temperance card is telling you to do just that. You know your purpose. You know that whatever your purpose is, it doesn't seem sensible to other people. That much I can tell. And you know what? I hope that you don't care. If people are like, you want to do what with your life? You want to be a singer? Well, aren't you a little old for that? Or, you know, why don't you just be more practical? Why don't they just shut up? How about that? Because the Temperance card is telling you to be patient. Who cares if they're patient or not? It has nothing to do with you. This is your destiny. Okay. And to end your reading, those of you who chose destiny, the Lovers. The Lovers card, you would think, well, I would be excited if this came out for the people who chose love. Nope, because the Lovers card, although it can be very much so literal and it's such a beautiful card, it's about choosing the path that's already right in front of you. Look at this. Look at this card. It's also about your spiritual awakening. A lot of you have experienced a spiritual awakening and you don't know it. Oh, but you're going to know this one. When you look at the Lovers card, you will notice that the woman in this card is beginning to have what is called a Kundalini awakening, which is connecting with your divine feminine energy. Remember, divine feminine and divine masculine are something we all have. Okay. And so whenever we have our divine feminine energy activated, it's how we begin to learn how to receive manifestations and not just scramble to try to figure out, how do I get there? How do I reach this goal? The Lovers card is all about allowing this and understanding what you were meant to do in a way that even I wouldn't be able to explain to you. Only you would be able to explain it. Okay. So 2026 is a year that it's not passive, okay? It's a let it happen, if that makes any sense. It's not that you're being passive. It's saying, I'm in my divine feminine energy, which means I am ready to receive. and you're going to keep refining what that means. Okay. So let me know if any of this resonated with you. Definitely follow up with me in 2026. I want to know more about your choices and the powerful results that I see coming for you. And of course, you already know you all can book personal readings so that you can personally find out what 2026 is about to be. I already have some readings booked for 2026 that are based on just this. I wish I could share that with you guys, but I do not share what happens whenever I do personal readings. But one moment, because I got to check my phone again. Let's see who texted us. Oh, we got a text from Spirit. And this week's text from Spirit says, let's see, what does that say? 10:10. Alignment with purpose. You are in alignment with your life's purpose. Keep moving forward with confidence. Look, what? And I'm going to give you all one more just to end the season with, because I'm excited and very proud of you. 888 is the card that's right there underneath it. And it says prosperity awaits. Financial abundance is coming your way. Be open to receive with gratitude. And remember, 888 is oftentimes associated with financial abundance. Thank you, new moons. We did it. This, I don't even know where to end it at. I don't even want to. I don't want to end the episode because that's the end of the season, but then I'm also excited about season 4, because season 4 means that there's 2 podcasts now that I run. Okay, I can do this. That's it, new moons. That is it. So before we close out today's episode, I want you to grab your drink. All right, new moons, I'm going to try not to get emotional as I go through the message that I wrote for you. It's right here from my notes, and it might be all over the place because I was typing very fast. As season 3 ends, I want to take a moment to speak directly from the heart to all of my new moons. For any of the new moons that just found the show, Lua Nova, from Brazilian Portuguese to English, means new moon. And the reason why I chose that name is that we are always in different stages of our life, and the new moon is the best phase to manifest in. It's also the best time to start spell work. At the beginning of January, I remember looking at that moon and knowing that my life was about to change. And it did, literally just a few days later. I lost my best friend in the world on January the 5th of this year. He was never a pet to me. He was my family and my little familiar, my sidekick, all of the above. And losing him has changed me in a way that I'm still learning to live with. This entire year has been really heavy because there's a lot that I can't even discuss with you as to why it's been so difficult. And it's not about just losing Hoshi. It's about facing some very harsh realizations through my own healing and therapy. And so I want to thank all of you that sat with me through the loss and the feelings that I can't even begin to say out loud. I also want to thank everybody who understood exactly what I needed and showed me a great amount of empathy, because that is what I needed, is understanding. Thank you for even stating that I give you the same understanding, because that's always what the point of this is. All of it. It started off with, of course, me wanting to help you manifest an outstanding life, but it has become us becoming an entire community all over the world. Thank you for not brushing off my grief, and thank you for acknowledging your own and facing your own, because that is much bigger than you can begin to realize, and that is the first step to healing. Anything from childhood trauma to losing your own pet. Those of you that have allowed me to move at my own pace, to come up with new ideas for the show, to go with all of the different directions that Lua Nova has gone in, you have no idea how much you mean to me. This year, I started the Lua Nova Patreon. I created the very first spinoff that's coming in season 4 called Court of the New Moon. And many of you have helped my tarot readings grow even more, because it doesn't matter if you've been reading tarot for 30 years or 2 years. We're always growing. And I learn a lot from all of you who have booked readings with me. We are now 3 seasons into Lua Nova. At the time of this recording, there are, I believe, 180 episodes that have been published. And when I say, anytime that I say we, I see Lua Nova as one big group project that I just happen to be at the forefront of. Okay. And I'm sure the other earth signs are right there beside me, helping me along. Okay. We have made so many strides, and the Lua Nova team has assisted me and made this show better than anything that I could ever imagine. I can't even imagine how much bigger it's going to be getting. And so I know that we're preparing for massive changes in the next few years in the best way. We are no longer putting up with sadness and grief and sitting in it. It is one thing to grieve. It is another thing to sit in sadness. It is another thing to wallow in negativity and to allow the negativity that the media keeps pushing to change our mindset. We're not allowing that. Thank you for tuning out the noise and staying focused. And beginning next year in 2026, we are going to celebrate. For many of us, 2025 just was not it. But you know what? We made it. We made it anyway. We have been through worse, I'm sure. And I want to thank you for showing up for yourself. I know that I say that a lot, but it's because it is a really big deal and it is not an easy thing to do. Thank you for those of you who have grown with me, who will grow with me in the future. Thank you for learning with me, healing with me, and pat yourself on the back because you allowed me to guide you, and you're guiding me as well. This isn't a me thing. I can't keep this show going if I don't keep learning. I can't keep this show going if I don't learn from you. And that is something that I take to heart. So even from the darkest moments to the brightest ones that are about to come, I want to say thank you. And now we can raise our glasses, new moons, because I am about to toast to all of you. Hold on, because I wrote that down. I wrote like 5 different toasts down as to which one I wanted to say. This is the one I'm going to go with. New moons. Hold on. Let me grab I just have sparkling water here. Here is to the love that we carry. Here is to the laughter and the tears that we have shared. And to the magic that is within us, because we are the alchemist of our own lives. Cheers. Parabéns. Salud. I normally would not do that on the mic, but I will this time. Congratulations, new moons. We did it. Another season down. That's so exciting. Obrigada, new moons, for aligning with the frequency of the Lua Nova podcast. Thank you for another outstanding season of Lua Nova, and come back for season 4, which starts on January the 5th, 2026. The brand new spinoff of Lua Nova called Court of the New Moon begins on January the 14th, 2026. And any of the information that you need, any links, any of that, please see the show notes. You're about to hear a recording of me explaining where you can find all of the links, such as the Lua Nova website, the Court of the New website, etc. All that information you'll get to hear in just a second. So feel free to take a second to listen to all of that or check the show notes. Okay. I do also want to take a moment to thank the Lua Nova team. Speaking of the Lua Nova team, they caught the second that they heard a little bit of static and they couldn't explain what was going on. I told them, don't even worry about it. I will be recording the outro from my phone because I am not allowing anything to ruin this last episode of the season. So this is being recorded from my phone. At least it's the new iPhone. Okay. So hopefully it sounds a little bit better, new moons. I'll talk to you next season. Have a great holiday. If you're going out, please be safe. Hug your loved ones. Hold them tight. And remember, this is a tradition. This is a long-standing tradition of wearing certain colors, eating grapes, all of the traditions that you want to do them. They are very strong in the Latin community. I'm going to say as a Brazilian that look up what colors that you might need to wear for 2026, the beginning of 2026. Look up what color underwear to wear. If you wear underwear, no judgment here. And, don't do any cleaning because you might end up washing away certain things for the new year. And let me see what else I need to go over with you. Oh, I do want to say a very heartfelt thank you to Hoshi. Thank you for 16 years of being the best sidekick ever. Thank you, because you were a big part of Lua Nova and you will continue to do so in the future. I know it. And thank you to Eric, because Eric is, like I said, a behind the scenes person who has helped Lua Nova to grow in a way that I could never begin to pay back. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of my listeners. So one more thank you to all of you for even being here, and I will talk to you soon, new moons. Ciao, ciao. To book a personal tarot reading with me, submit your question for the 6th House Virgo segment, and your question just might be read right here on the show, or read the full disclaimer on spiritual consent and listener responsibility. Visit luanovapodcast.net. To submit a case for Court of the New Moon, go to courtofthenewmoon.com. If you would like to become a Patreon member, download the Patreon app or go to patreon.com/the Lua Nova podcast. Support is also appreciated, so I want to thank you for those of you who always send in donations, and you can do so via Venmo or Cash App. The Venmo username is @LuaNova. The Cash App username is $Lua Nova podcast. Copyright 2025 Lua Nova. All rights reserved.